Okay, gang, let's learn how to beef up those sunrise and sunset photos. So this is actually an image taken from my iPhone. So I'm going to do just a few simple things. So first, I'm going to do my little trick on highlights and shadows. So I'm going to hold the Shift key, double click highlights, double click shadows, and whites, and blacks. And that is, let's see, before and after. So that's before and after. Already a little bit better. So I like to use the dehaze slider in very small adjustments. If you go too far, it just gets a little too crunchy and it does weird things to cyan. I'm not really a fan of that. So, depending on the image, a little bit or a little bit more, a little hit to vibrance. And if you're like me, now this is just a personal preference, I like more lavender in my skies and in my sunrises and sunsets. So you can accomplish that if you go down to the HSL slider, click on Hue, and you may have a combination of blues, aquas, purples, and magentas in your sky, along with obviously yellows and things like this. But I'm going to take the purple. Now I want you to watch up in here and see the purple turn a little bit more lavender. I'm going to crank it all the way up so you can see. So there's a lot more and a lot less. I like subtle adjustments, but in a cumulative way for big impact. So there's the blue slider back and forth. So if I want that blue to be a little bit richer, I'm going to drag it to the right. And I may even take the luminance of the blue and drag it down and make it a deeper blue. See that? Don't go too far, looks ugly, but just a little bit. Go back to hue. I'm going to make my reds a little less orangey, a little bit more red. And my oranges are going to be a little bit more on the pink side. So let's see before and after of that. So there's before and after. See how it just beefed up that sky a little bit? Just enough. And I'm going to take my tint. Now this is overall. So I don't want to go crazy because then the whole thing just turns wacky purple. But if you raise the tint just a little bit more on the magenta side, just a smidge, don't go crazy, and give it a little bit of warmth, what this mimics is using a skylight filter. If you've ever shot with film or even in digital and you used a skylight filter on the front of your lens, this is mimicking that look, the combination of tint and temperature. So let's see before and after. So here's before and after. I like it.